Build a highly profitable real estate machine with explosive, exponential growth that works harder for you than you work for it, while living a life by design. Breakthroughs are all around you, but you don't see them until now. Join Jason Williford here at the Ultimate Real Estate Machine as he converses with highly respected and world-renowned experts from inside and outside the real estate industry. You'll discover proven business, marketing, and sales strategies that transform you into the most trusted, dominant, and influential expert in your market, the Preeminent Agent. Each episode brings you one step closer to the highly profitable and fulfilling real estate business that you've been longing for. Here's your host, Jason Williford.
Welcome to the Ultimate Real Estate Machine podcast. I have a really special guest on, one of my great friends, and one of my great friends, it's like a brother to me, his wife, Miss Alysha Boles.
Hey.
Welcome, Alysha.
Thank you. Happy to be here, Jason.
Miss Alysha, she is a rock star in the mortgage industry. She has a lot of really captivating, fascinating things that she has done in her career and things that she's planning on doing, which ties really nicely into what she chose for us to talk about into a detailed manner, coming from the book, The Ultimate Real Estate Machine, which is about innovation and value creation, chapter 11. Miss Alysha is also going to be on Beyond the Close TV show with Christine Quinn, with Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, with Jay Abraham, Michael Burnoff. The list goes on and on and on. And we are thankful to also have her giving back on Beyond the Close. So without further ado, Miss Alysha, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, not getting into just yet, briefly getting into about your family and, you as a person? What do you like?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what are you like?
Well, I'll give myself up right off the bat. And I always say I have a gift for making long stories long. So I'm going to do my best not to do that here. But I always like to say, first and foremost, I'm mama first. I'm mama, I'm wife, I am just excited for the opportunities that I'm given, and my entire role in everything I do is just to make sure that I am giving my best in all the talents that I've been given to the world. And so that's created quite a background for me, from business to building to just nonprofits, you name it. I have 3 amazing kids, 4 if you count my husband. So Jason, I'll let you decide.
I would count him.
You're going to count him?
I would count Joe also.
Okay, so we'll count him as one of the 4 children that I love, nurture, and raise. But I have 2 teenagers and a spicy little grand finale. So my world is full of a lot of attitude and a lot of fun. And I'm just grateful for what I get to do, because one of the reasons I became a mortgage advisor was the flexibility and the great income and all the things I love, right? I love real estate. I love marketing. I love finance, but I love my family more. So I get to pair all those passions and show up. I was at a pep rally at 10 a.m. this morning for my daughter's, first football day. And yet then I'm here on the podcast with you. So that's me, that's my life, and that's what it looks like.
Love it. So not only, and I know you and Joe, and you and I had a conversation. I remember exactly where I was sitting when we had this conversation, and you brought up something that was very intriguing to me. And because you're like me, Joe is like me. And what I mean by that in this way, that you're like, man, we had struggles early on. We had struggles now. And that's just one thing that, that a lot of humans, they give up right before they're about to hit the diamond, before they're about to hit pay dirt. And that's one thing that, in the event that I met your husband at, Joe, in the immersion event, it was like a Navy SEAL simulated boot camp, where it probably honestly wasn't that in depth, the Navy SEAL, but it was very, not just physically, but very mentally challenging. And, that is, one of the things is, all in, and you're going to learn it when you attend the female version in October, which is all in. You're either all in or you're not. And they're going to train you with they have some methods to train you that really embeds that into your mind.
I'm going to run now.
And my point is that you're either green and growing or you're brown and dying. And that ties into innovation as well. And what is the definition of innovation? Because we can make it complex, but it's very simple and it's in the book. Innovation is just simply adding value where it does not currently exist.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be some elaborate long-term strategy to add innovation. Even as it gets into the book, it goes into, hey, it's about micros. Hey, I got a micro innovation here, got another micro here, got another micro here. And per the compound effect, all of that stacks up over time. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to execute all of it at once. But as long as you keep stacking that innovation, the macro is going to be the compound of effect that you're completely innovated and differentiated compared to others that do similar of what you do. And I know that you're already innovative and differentiated. You're not just, and I'm not knocking all loan officers out there. I know there's some amazing ones, but this is a very candid interview. Like, this is an open and real podcast. There's also many that don't do what they're supposed to do also. And we'll get into a little bit of that. I know that you are a preeminent, like chapter 4 in the book, the preeminent agent, which is a preeminent real estate agent. Guess what it also means for the preeminent loan officer? You are in preeminence. You live in that space, and there's a difference, and there's not a finish line to preeminence. It's not that, hey, I've arrived. No, you're always working to become more and more preeminent through innovation. How would you like to, kick in as far as the innovation piece? What currently makes you different than, excuse my slang, the herd of other loan officers?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you're absolutely so right. And for those that are listening, Jason has a little bit of a lecture there for me because he knows that I really like to unpack it all and create amazing and then launch it. And it's so easy to get caught up in and not just do the small little things that you can stack day in and day out, because you just want to build the whole masterpiece first and then unveil it to the world. And that, that's the biggest mistake a lot of times. So he's speaking to me there too as well. And I'm sure that that rests with many of the people that might be watching this. But, when we talk about that, what are those little wins? What are those little things that you can stack and they become your differentiators, and they are the game changer for you. So what can you do? And the book talks about it, in a couple of different ways. The one thing it says is most of the time we take something that's already in place and we just kind of do it a little bit better, right? And we all know that true innovation is doing something that's never been done before, right? And
not necessarily.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I wasn't
finished.
It
could be used from another. Yes, I apologize. You keep going, girl. I love it, girl.
I'm taking over.
You keep going. My apologies. Apologies. I'm working on myself.
So it's typically we think of innovation as something that's never been done before, like an invention, or nobody's seen it. It's brand new. And you can do that in many, many ways. You can still take something that's being done and create something brand new out of it. Not just do it better, but actually create something new from it, right? Think of, like, I don't know, we'll get simplistic, a Post-it. Well, it was paper. All they did was use paper better, but it was completely new and a game changer, right? Innovation can be very much like that as well. one of the things that I love, and this is that mindset thing, because mindset is so important with everything. But there are days where I get down on myself and I'm like, oh, I'm not that 26-year loan officer. I can't claim that badge of honor if I've been in this industry since I was in diapers, but that's the biggest gift for me. And that's where, Jason, you were getting ready to go, because I need to be more grateful that I'm not. You know why? Because I was in other places. I was in other industries, and I can study those industries now, but I actually walked in those industries. And one of the things that makes me a preeminent loan officer, a standout, such a differentiator in the market, is what I bring to the plate from those other industries. I was a 12-year franchise owner, multiple locations, employed hundreds of people, went to Australia, New Zealand, European countries, all over the US, training business owners how to run this franchise, how to hire employees, how to do your marketing, how to keep your thumb on the pulse of your income, and how to do what the franchise actually was, which was, focusing on, women and their goals and things like that. And we learned sales and all the things that I can take those skills and I can hone them and I can figure out what I'm good at. And just last week, I was sitting on the couch brainstorming with someone else that's in the industry. And I said, do you remember when we were doing this, 15 years ago? I want to create something just like that for me right now as a mortgage advisor. And that's that other innovation. You take something that you see being done somewhere else that is working, and you recreate it for what you're doing. And most people are not doing that. They're not looking to other industries. They're not looking to other skills. I like to say, and my friends and people in my circle, we all kind of realize that we're marketers. Agents, you are marketers, right? What your product is houses, listing, buyers, mine's loans, debt. I market debt. But, the thing is, you think of it from that point. Well, what are some great things to learn? You could go to the marketing industry and figure out what they're doing and what makes sense. You can go to a customer service industry, go spend some time at like a Four Seasons or somewhere where they just love on you and they show you the most epic customer service, and then bring that back and give it to your clients. That's how you innovate. That's how you differentiate. That's how you bring value. And you can segment it that in, you're providing customer service, you're providing marketing, you're providing real estate expertise, you're providing investment, you're providing wealth knowledge, you're providing community guidance, you're providing all these things. So go seek out those industries, go seek out what's excellent in them, bring them back and put them into your plan.
I love that. And I came up with an idea that may help you. I don't see any reason why it could not. And it's actually one of the 217 predictable referral strategies that are in Elite Agent Referral Mastery, which are for real estate agents, team leaders, brokers, mortgage professionals, which is a mastermind. And and one of those is, having a mastermind group. And I was just thinking of how innovative that would be for you, for those preferred real estate agents, team leaders, brokers that you work with, because of all your business knowledge, that you can really help and coach them on ways that they could, optimize, maximize, not just their marketing prowess, but also their business prowess. So what
Absolutely.
if you did have something like that as far for innovation, that you did have something set up where you just met like once a month, and it could even be via Zoom, a couple of times a year, maybe in person. And that's what you all did, was strategize, collaborated amongst each other, and it would do nothing but propel all of your businesses together.
Absolutely. And you know what? There's nothing I love more than knowing stuff than teaching and sharing stuff, and there's a lot of loan officers out there that are out there trying to teach classes. And yes, I know you agents that are out there, you want to know some about our loan products, and you need to know enough. You need to know enough to know that there's options, and you need to know enough to know where to put people, but you don't have to be experts. What you do have to be experts at is being a business owner, right? And a marketer and a service provider. And I teach classes all the time. I love teaching classes. I'll teach Zoom classes for places that are far away. I'll teach in person, brokerages, teams, groups of people. So I do love that. And I always say, I'm the person that comes in and teaches you how to run your business, because teaching loans is boring. And I have a lot of background in that. And then, I'll do a great job on the loans, but let me teach you how to be successful first, because I bring that to the table because I was gifted the fact that I didn't spend my whole career in this role. It just brought together in a culmination everything that I'm really good at: finance, marketing, passion for real estate, right? And running a business and empowering and leading people.
And being preeminent, like you mentioned earlier, that's just because marketing, what is marketing? And I think in the industry, and I thought like this for a while earlier on in building our company with my partner, was that marketing is marketing of a home. And yes, that is a bucket. The main bucket that I work on, and it's in the book, is the client acquisition bucket, which is how do I generate more brand new listings, more new clients? How do I generate more new listings, more buyers, and have a predictable system in place that I'm always doing that? But also, how do I not, through Preeminence, not just operate transactional? How do I turn them into lifelong clients that are forever my clients? And not only do they come back and do business over and over again, but also when they think of who is the best loan officer or the best agent, the best team leader, how do I stay top of mind with them strategically? And it really comes down to doing the right thing in my mind, of just keeping in touch with them whenever they need anything, staying top of mind. What does that mean to you in lifelong clients and being preeminent with not just the agents that you serve, but also the clients that you serve too, once those agents hand over the clients to you?
Yeah. Well, to me, I can pretty much sum it up in one word, and that's intentionality. Because in this game, there is enough people that are transactional. There's enough realtors and enough loan officers that treat this like an order taking process, right? Somebody comes in, I give them what they ask for, I send them out the door. And that's what it's like, right? Somebody Googles loan officer, they end up in some funnel, they fill out the form, they get a phone call, they sign some stuff, and they think that's what it's supposed to be like. And it's the biggest disservice. And real estate kind of is the same way. I think the biggest reason why realtors are up against this fear or concern that their job is going to be obsolete is because people don't realize what a preeminent agent looks like. And everybody can get their license, much like a loan officer. And
what does that agent look like to you?
Well,
in your perspective,
I think we've dumbed down the role, right? I think that a preeminent agent is someone that provides an experience far above anyone else. And I don't just mean sets themselves apart, but it's excellence. It's excellence in everything that they do. They educate, they support, they follow up, they, provide a service that is far superior than a transaction or just running people here, running people there. And it's different. It has to be different. You can't just give a listing presentation the same way everybody else gives a listing presentation. Here's a folder, here's some comps, here's what I think your house is worth, here's what I would do to the inside. Everybody's doing that. So what are you doing that's any different, right? You have to swim upstream, and you have to do what other people are not doing, and you have to do what everybody else is doing at an excellent level. And that's what people deserve. That's what makes you, valuable truly. And that's what's going to create your raving fans that are going to come back to you. And that's what a preeminent agent is going to look like. And to let me finish that, the people that you surround yourself with have to be the same, right? I teach this class for agents, and I talk about how the real estate agent is the hub, right? I wish I had my little graphic right here, but they're the hub in the center of this like spoken wheel bubble map. And everybody that they connect the client with is an extension of your service, right? And well, I'm going to use a loan officer because I am one, right? You don't want a loan officer that was just a really great talker that came in and, sold you, because we're salespeople just like you are. They came in and sold you on their company and their turn times and their products and all that kind of stuff, right? You don't want somebody that just sells you on that and is a likable person. You want somebody that has everything that you need, that is a likable person, and has a client experience that is an extension of yours, right? Not just a transaction and gets it closed, but an experience that's an extension of yours. And that's everybody. That's your home inspectors. That is your client service providers, your transaction. Anyone that touches your client is an extension of your service. And if you truly want to be excellent, you have to surround yourself with those people. And well,
going back to the book,
yes.
One thing that you are articulating, but Jay Abraham says it all the time: fall in love with your client above your products and services. And here is the generic thing that I see all the time that I want to help mortgage professionals as well, because it's just very generic to say, hey, we got programs like nobody has, and we have interest rates like nobody has.
They're all the same programs.
Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I appreciate.
I probably shouldn't have said that part.
No, you're fine. I appreciate realtors. No, I appreciate
realtors.
It's so
generic. Please change.
Yeah.
Industry change, not you.
I appreciate realtors that want to stay in their lane and not get too much up in the lending business, but you need to know enough to know what is quality for your client. And I think that one of the things that's really important is understanding that no one can come to you and sell you on programs that other people don't have. At the end of the day, we all pretty much have the same programs. It is just how we structure them and think about them, box them up, price them, and rate them.
And market them same product.
Yeah.
Now, that's the truth.
It is. It is. Now, there is a little difference.
That's preeminence too. You gave the truth.
Yeah. There's a little difference between retail and broker. Now, a retail lender or a bank is going to have a little bit less products just because they choose not to offer them or they don't have the right connections. Whereas a broker is going to be able to go to all of them. Doesn't mean that broker is good at all of them. But at the end of the day, when somebody comes to you and they're like, I have this product nobody else has, and we do this, 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 and this. And it's like, no, you're just like sticking lipstick on a pig and repackaging the same thing that I have that's cheaper. You're just trying to make it sound good, right? Which is, marketing. Yes, let's make it all sound good. But agents need to at least know enough to know that so that they can find the person that's going to serve their client better and the experience. And circling back to the book, to what you said, because you're absolutely spot on. You do have to fall in love with your client and their experience. I had a client tell me one time, as we were going through things, you know what, it's not personal. We love you. We think you're amazing. It's just business. And I said, it's never just business for me. It's always personal. And I've said that to this day. It is always personal because my heart goes in 100%.
That was a mic drop, girl. I love that. And it was true. It was just 10,000% true. Yeah. Because I know you do.
Absolutely. And, I love partnering with agents that are the same way, because this is a big transaction.
Question, would you partner with someone that isn't that way?
If I could help them?
If you could, I love that. If you could help that agent give them breakthroughs to make them better.
Yeah. Because again, we all need the skills that somebody else has out there. We just might not know we need them. And there's people out there that I need to polish me up and shine my diamonds a little brighter, right? And those are the people that we're all looking for, but they have to have the mindset. And this will go into the book too, because it's like this. You have to be wanting and hungry. These are not the words from the book, but these are Alysha's words. But wanting and hungry for more than mediocrity. You have to want to be excellent. You have to want to level up your game. And for me, I do, but I do because it's what people deserve. People deserve Alysha to be excellent, because if they're going to gift me with their time and their willingness to let me teach them and to guide them into a home, they deserve for me to not be mediocre, to not be an order taker. They deserve for me to be preeminent and excellent, right?
Nice.
Agents,
hey, Alysha, I have two last questions for you. The first one is, because some of some of the listeners may not know the difference between a mortgage broker and going straight to the lender. So could you educate us on that difference?
Yeah,
in your shorter story version, because you
I'm going to try to do the short story version.
Yeah.
The first thing is
they can always reach out to you, and I know you'll help them
absolutely
with a longer one.
Full disclosure, doesn't matter what you title us, we all are fairly similar. Loan officer, branch manager, mortgage broker, mortgage advisor, blah, 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 blah. We're all the same. We just pick a name that resonates with us or that our company assigned us. That's where we start. Second, there's 3 channels. Banks and credit unions, they require really no training. They just come up through the ranks of the bank. Okay. Then you have retail and you have independent brokers. I'm an independent broker. That means I go straight to wholesale. And that is related to the question that you asked. A retail works in-house, which means they offer what is offered in-house and everything is kind of done in-house. For me, I explain it to clients this way. As a wholesale broker, you can, in retail, walk into Target and buy what Target sells you at their price from wherever they got it from. As a wholesale independent broker, I am going around that big box building to the direct lender.
And you can shop lenders.
Yes, and I can go to any of those lenders that I think will serve my clients and agents well, and I can avoid the ones that are like snakes in the grass that want to peddle their wares at cheap fees and are risky, right? And I know how to partner with preeminent wholesale lenders, right? At the same time as avoid the junk and, not be a broker that just sells the cheapest rate, because I don't want to sell my clients or agents junk either. It gives me complete autonomy to serve my clients and agents well and not serve a company or a brand. So that's kind of just a little different.
That's perfect. I love that. My last question is, doing the filming for your upcoming episode that you're going to be on Beyond the Close, without giving away everything, but can you give away something that some of the listeners, something that you said maybe to help the audience on the TV show, maybe a breakthrough? Because that's what the TV show is not just about 10 contestants from 10 different markets with one grand prize. It is about that, but it's much, 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 much more about human beings breaking through to the next level, is what the show is even more so about. So can you hit us with one little golden nugget of something that you filmed? And I know that it's different having all those cameras and all that stuff around you when you're filming. So and I know that you killed it and did an amazing job. But what's one of those takeaways?
Well, and you're right. It's sometimes you walk away from that and you're like, what did I say? I don't remember. Can you show me the retake? Because I don't remember. But, I can remember my heart in the moment when I was answering, when we were looking at it from what people need to know, right? And I think that the most important nugget and the thing to look forward to in the show is really agents, lenders, all of those things. We are there to show up for you and to help you to avoid the pitfalls. So I would say look for that, right? Look for that advice and that surprises of how to avoid the pitfalls and the things that can really ruin the whole process.
I love that. Wonderful job. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being on the Ultimate Real Estate Machine podcast. And look forward to seeing Miss Alysha Boles on the next episode 3 of Beyond the Close TV show. Of course, with Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, Jay Abraham, Christine Quinn, Michael Burnoff, myself, and many other greats, 10 other agents that are competing for one grand prize. Alysha, would you tell us where they can find you at?
I'm pretty easy to find in a Google search. Alysha Boles, mortgage advisor, heavy on Instagram.
Could you spell it for me?
I will. So it is ALYSHABOLES. My website is advisoralysha.com.
AdvisorAlysha.com. AdvisorAlysha.com. AdvisorAlysha.com.
You got it.
Love it. Hey, thank you so much. And hopefully I get to see you and your husband in person very soon.
Look forward to it, my friend.
Thank you.
You bet.
That's it for this episode of The Ultimate Real Estate Machine. May your real estate machine be extremely rewarding, fulfilling, and life-changing for you and all the people that you impact. Claim those skyrocketing results that you demand from your real estate business. Subscribe to the show for more content like this at ultimaterealestatemachine.thepodcast.com. And don't forget to leave a positive rating. Thank you for joining us. See you on the next episode.